Hello, this is Brian. It is a warm Sunday afternoon, March 28th, 2021. I'm in the Alvord National Forest, the same national forest I shot a lot of video earlier today. However, I'm in a much different area and a completely different mountain range. I'm over in the Liebre Mountain area. This is a junction with Old Ridge Route, which comes up from Pine Canyon Road, which you can take that towards Elizabeth Lake. And then this is a junction with 7 and 23, which is a dirt road that heads up towards the Liebre Mountain crest, where you can actually hike from here to get to the top of Liebre Mountain. However, the area is still closed right now, so hiking's not really allowed towards this direction. I want to see if it's okay to go this way, though. To get over to this point, the junction with 7 and 23. 7 and 23 will also take you out at Pine Canyon Road, clear on the other side by past Sawmill Mountain and Burnt Peak, which that area will definitely be closed as well, because the 2020 lake fire really did a number. And if you're driving up, what I did is I drove across from the 138 after I left the Big Pines Wrightwood area, where I was doing some small hikes and lots of video. Is you come through the lake fire scar, and it's really bad. There are huge gray pines in the area that got charred. Really big gray pine trees, which is what I'm coming up on right now. I was hoping to find an area to do a spotlight video today on gray pine, and there are lots of still living gray pines, but a lot of them are on private property, and a lot of them didn't have turnouts near them, or in really narrow road areas, which probably would be the safest thing to do. But I remember one time, I think I was in this area, the last time I was in this specific area was in 2015, and I hiked most of the way up Liebre Mountain. I hiked up to probably about 5,300 feet. Liebre is like 5,760-ish. And that was way before I started filming videos. Oh, a lot of side blotch lizards around here. And I think I went up this trail and I found a little cypress grove over here. I guess maybe I'll come over, go up this way. Here, you got these little gray pines here. This is pretty much the only area in LA County where you're going to find these trees native. These are actually native stands here, and they're scattered. They're not every single place you go, they're kind of scattered. But I remember when I went up 7 and 23, most of the way up to Liebre, you'll see some pretty decent sized gray pines. Actually, on the lower portion of it, I don't know what this one is. It's part of the California Riding and Hiking Trail, or there's a sticker for it there. So I'm here hiking through this stand of common chamise over here. You guys are Adenostoma fasciculatum, variety fasciculatum. We're at an elevation of about 4,000 feet. And what do we have here? Ooh. Oh, we got Buckbrush. It's the first time I've ever seen this one, surprisingly. This looks like Ceanothus cuneatus, Buckbrush. Oh, snap. Never seen this before. Heard about it, read about it. And I was in this area, but I didn't notice it. This looks like Ceanothus cuneatus. What variety it is, I'm not too sure, because they have multiple varieties. But yeah. Why am I glad I came all the way over here? Actually, there are a few of them around here too. I didn't notice that when I was here. I guess I was too fixated on the conifers. You'll see some cypress trees up ahead. We got a lot of scrub oak around here. Some interior live oak. And the bugs are already starting to come out. It's a pretty warm day. probably in the 70s right now over here. Where I live in Orange County, it's probably about 90 degrees right now. Liable to turn on the air conditioner when I get home. Oh, I didn't notice these Ceanothus plants over here. Yeah, this appears to be Ceanothus cuneatus. I would imagine it's probably variety cuneatus. It's a variety of buckbrush. I can't believe I didn't notice this the first time I was here. Usually I'm pretty observant. But yeah, that's pretty cool. So yeah, I was meant to come up this way, even if I wasn't meant to record a spotlight on gray pines today. That's what I was hoping to do. So I was meant to come up this way for something. Whoa! You want to see a big chamise? Oh, snap! Look at this. Oh, this one's big! Wow! Oh, wow! This is incredible! Look at this! It's a big chamise. Oh, wow! This thing's huge! Oh, wow! It's almost as big as a smaller redshanks shrub. Oh, wow! Incredible! I've also got a lot of buckbrush around here, too. There's a lot of this growing over here. So we're in a good spot. If I'm mistaken, I will post a comment or something about it. Otherwise, yeah. Now this area even has more awesomeness. Because once you get up to Liebre, it is an absolutely stunning mountain. If you ever, especially if you're a botanist or a plant lover, if you're one of those like me, Liebre Mountain is one of the most incredible spots here in Southern California. I mean, incredible. You have a seven or eight different types of oak, which includes a couple of hybrids. You have Brewer Oak, Quercus garryana variety breweri, which you have to go up to the, normally you'd have to go see it up in the Sierras, but up yonder, up on that mountain, you got thickets of, Brewer Oak is a variety of Oregon white oak. It's a shrub form, and it's found in the chaparral and woodlands around there. Here's the cypress grove I was talking about. Just assuming these are probably Arizona cypress. Then we got highleaf redberry. You have to do a spotlight on this one, but once the plant either is in flower or fruit, probably in fruit, because I want to show what the fruit looks like. But we got a lot of cypress trees around here. That's what I remember coming over here last time. I was checking them out. But there's a lot to this area, a lot more than I thought. Buckbrush. There we are, Hesperus arizonica. I know I point these out a lot on my hikes in the mountains because the Forest Service plants these everywhere, and when fire comes ripping through here, these things will come up in mass. The cypress trees are known for opening up their cones from the heat of fire, and then you get these scores and scores of saplings. Always admired cypress trees. These ones here look like they might have partially burnt, but then I'm surprised there are no saplings. Some of these kind of looking ragged. So unfortunately, I can't take you up to Liebre Mountain on an adventure for some time now, because 2020 had the big lake fire near Lake Hughes, and it burned all the way up. It actually burned up on the ridge of Liebre itself. It burnt up Sawmill Mountain, it burnt up Burnt Peak, and that's no pun intended. And it burnt part of Liebre's ridge too. Not all of it. But yeah, we got a little Pinus sabiniana, a little gray pine. A youngster right here. But yeah, that's why I remember coming over here. I remember seeing all these cypress trees and was wondering if these were Paiute cypress, but I think these are Arizona. Paiute cypress tends to be more of a richer green color as opposed to blue-green. So there we are. You can see those trees over there where my finger's pointing. Those are the gray pines I was talking about. You can see a lot of those along 7N23 as you're going up the hill. And you'll see some pretty decent sized ones over there. But unfortunately, the area is closed, so I can't go over there to do a spotlight video like I wanted. So it's a little... But I'm not surprised it hasn't reopened yet. It's disappointing, but... I mean, can't do much about it. Just comply and hope they lift it eventually. So just going up there, you got all the unbelievable variety of oak trees and oak shrubs up there. You got black oak, interior live oak, canyon live oak, scrub oak, you have Tucker oak, you have Oregon oak, the hybrid between interior live and black oak. You got Brewer Oak, and I believe there might be some hybridization among some of the scrub oaks up there too. I'm actually pretty certain of it. And then you got gray pine and big cone Douglas fir are your two major conifer species up there. But out this way towards Atmore Meadows, an area which mostly burnt, there were actually small areas, small pockets of ponderosa pine over there, Pacific ponderosa, but probably most of them are gone, unfortunately. And here we are, got our challenging scrub oak over here. Sometimes it's hard to wonder. This could be Quercus berberitifolia, could be something completely different. I think we are not that far from where Alvord Oak is found, I believe. Quercus alvordiana, which is another one of those confusing hybrid. I think it's a confusing hybrid, one of those confusing hybrid oak species, or hybrids. And I don't remember ever experiencing that. I wouldn't consider that an Alvord Oak, but we might be near where they start coming into play. So I'm just walking along this. There's some very large scrub oaks over here too. Very, very hardy scrub oaks. Tucker oak should be found around here too. But yeah, very large chamise over here. Chamise, some of these chamises are about the size of red shanks. That's Adenosum sparsiifolium. But some of these chamises are incredibly large. Amazingly large. Don't usually see them getting quite this large. And red shanks is their closely related cousin that has more reddish bark. The bark is very similar, like in texture. It's very shreddy, furrowed and shreddy, and peels like crazy. You see here, red shanks is very similar, but the bark is more red colored. That's how you differentiate them. And the leaves on red shanks don't grow fascicled like these do on chamise. But yeah, I mean, this area, this is probably one of the most botanically interesting areas of Los Angeles County. One of them, because a lot of the plant communities here are actually more similar to the ones in the foothills of the Coast Ranges and the foothills of the Sierra Nevada, with gray pine, California Buckeye. You know, you pass several specimens along Pine Canyon Road. You'll pass some along here too, along Old Ridge Route. So you'll find them. You'll find them along here, and they're supposed to have some of the most incredible floral displays And you get these long-leafed scrub oaks here. Again, I can't really honestly sit here and say, oh, this is this is that. This has very long and very narrow leaves compared to what you'd expect with Quercus berberidifolia. Maybe this is Alvord Oak, I don't know. But yeah, there are a few of these around here too, I noticed. Beautiful shrubs too. She's got these very long leaves, very long and narrow leaves compared to most of the other scrub oaks. Of course, like these little guys, you see how tiny and stout the leaves are. So definitely not too happy that I didn't get to do a spotlight on gray pine yet, but I'm more than ecstatic to have been able to come over here and show you some really interesting plant finds. And when you're driving along, when you drive along old ridge route, this used to connect LA to the Antelope Valley area and stuff. It's for the most part open. It's open for quite a while, but it's very rough. Most of it's still paved, but the rocks are breaking up, the asphalt's breaking up. So just be aware, you're going to want to be careful and take your time driving. I've driven in my Hyundai Elantra, the car I used to have before I started filming my hikes. And I made it through. I made it all the way, I think it was the old inn or something. The old inn, I think. There's an old historic inn site down further down a little bit. And I remember it was pretty much, if I remember correctly, it was pretty undrivable beyond that. It's very rough over here. Amazing how big these chamise bushes are. But yeah, like I said, once they open that up, you can get up there and see some beautiful gray pines. Let's go over to these little guys over here. Yeah, I don't think I want to spotlight these ones. I want to spotlight the ones that are close to their mature size, but look at this canyon leading down from Liebre. It's just good to check these areas out because they are beautiful. There we are. Got some gray pines over here. Yeah, I point these out a lot when I see them, but I normally don't see them in their native habitat. This is their native habitat. They are native, truly native to this part of Los Angeles County. We're up in the far northwestern corner of it. We're really close to the junctions of Kern and Ventura counties. There, underneath a little tiny stand of beautiful grape vines. I don't know, I was pointing them out when I was over hiking by Big Pines near Wrightwood. So they have these planted in the San Gabriel Mountains. That's the eastern portion of Angeles National Forest. This is the northwestern portion of it right here. Beautiful area. Definitely highly recommend a trip out here to enjoy the beautiful Liebre area. Just for now, just stay where it's open. Don't go where it's closed. Thanks for watching. I will see you on my next adventure video. It might not be for 2 weeks because next week I got split days, so it means probably no hiking video coming. But the following week I'll have a couple extra days off, so hopefully I'll be able to get into multiple adventures. Well, thanks for watching and enjoy the views of the mountains.